Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Beverly. I do things planner related. Welcome to Vlogmas. If you're new here, it's a hot mess, and if you're coming back, you're perfectly aware. So today on Vlogmas, we're going to talk about cutting inserts. Honestly, it's going to be less about the cutting of the inserts and more about I've decided to set up a work planner and kind of how that goes. Now, I'm going to preface this with saying, if this is your first time cutting inserts, please do not use me as a reference. Go to somebody else. Go to some of the OG cutters. There's a couple of shops out there that have like tips on cutting. I ain't the one. This is probably for those that have been cutting for years, and I think you're a little crooked, but those that have cut inserts for years, this is probably going to serve as entertainment because they're going to be, damn, she really can't cut inserts. So please, for all that's holy, do not come on here and say, oh, I cut my inserts like you, or I bought your cutter and it's a hot mess. Yeah, it's going to be a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. So I don't, nope. Please. Anytime I give these demonstrations that people ask for, I rarely do this because I always end up with somebody in my comments. Hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? Well, probably not the way you should. Probably. So, we're going to do this. I have a few more things I think I'm going to put in there. But honestly, my printer was giving me crap and I was just getting pissed off. And I was like, you know what? You need a rest. I need a rest. We all need a rest. Let's break and come back tomorrow because I think you're in your feelings. My printer is in its feelings. It was mad that I made it work so hard. So, yeah. So we're going to cut these and then we're going to put them in my work planner. Now, I have decided to use my Honey as my work planner just because I think it's pretty neutral. It'll last me all year. I did get some butter on it, which I don't really care about, but somebody's going to ask. So, yeah. So we're going to see. This is what I already had in my current planner. Like I said, I don't need my work in my everything carry that I carry with me everywhere because my work planner is very specific to work, and it doesn't bother me if I have to carry two planners. Just because work has changed. I used to be very task-based. But so my current system could be an everything carry, but I am becoming more and more aware this is a project-based job and I'm going to need some room. And I do not have room in this. I don't have the room. So, and I'm not willing to like give up my pictures and my pretty and my stuff in it. So it's just going to have to be what it's going to have to be. I have preached everything in one, but like, and I even said, sometimes you just got to separate work. And this time I've got to separate work. So we're going to do that. Now this is going to be a spaghetti theory method of, I'm just going to put a little bit of everything and see what sticks. Some of these are for my work. Some of them I included in batch printing because I want to throw some in my personal to work out some of my goals. Because I realized last night, I had sort of an epiphany because I was watching some YouTubes. That's what happens when you watch the YouTubes. I have a bunch of trackers. I have some goals. But damn, how am I going to plan all this out? I need to have some place that I can put some very specific stuff in writing in order to get those goals going. And I would like to do that on a monthly or quarterly basis, as much in advance as I can, because I really don't want to be printing a bunch of crap. But these are going to be a trial and fail or, work theory, and we're just going to trial and error it all the way out, okay? This is my 52-week day specific. These are all Peanuts Planner Co., except the one thing that I did not print from Peanuts Planner Co., and it was from Plan with B, and I'll show you that. But this is a 52-week tracker. You're also going to hear Let me turn this off. Sorry, I had some YouTube like rolling in the background, but like it's got the ads, and I am not a roll in the ad, background ads person, because it aggravates the crap out of me. So let me put no mid-roll ads. Great. I don't subscribe to YouTube Premium. I don't know. I just never cared enough. Okay, to pay the money. I think all my kids do. I just don't care. So her marks are, pretty light. I cut them on it. She has, down and side, so I don't lose them when I cut, like some of them do. It's one of the reasons I like her inserts. Also one of the reasons I like her inserts and Everything's Peanuts Planner Co. because when I printed out landscape instead of portrait, like a lot of places are landscape, they don't come out even on my printer. Even if I don't use the automatic flip, even if I flip it manually, it still comes out wonky. I'm not sure what it is. I have lined it, and hers works, so I'm not sure what, and I don't know if it's the program she uses to design in. I don't know if it's, I just don't know. And see, sometimes I have to go back, and sometimes I get stuff in like my thing, and it throws it off. It's a pain in the ass. I'll link this map below. This is my second one. It works fine for me, and it's cheap. And if you're wondering why I'm walking away, let me move my trash can a little closer. Okay. But it's cheap, and I didn't care enough to invest in a big one. This is going to be my work checkoff. I think on here, I'm going to, for work, I'm going to put some like milestones or big events at work, like big events we had or whatever in this project. I'm just going to make some notes in the thing, and that'll be a good reference. So I think I'm going to use that. This is the One Plan with B thing. It's the year overview. I think everybody has this one. I printed it with the stars on the back. If you're new here, I do work for the government, so I thought the stars were fitting. Alrighty. These are the weekly habit trackers by Peanuts Planner Co. I had them in personal. I'm going to have them in Franklin Covey. These are both for my work, and I got a couple for personal because I needed some. And yeah, so again, please don't use me as a reference. If you get in my comments and you're like, you cut like crap, mine all turned out bad, you're a horrible example. Nah, duh, shit, Sherlock. I put it out there that I am no professional. That's why these kind of demonstration things just irk me sometimes, because I get the weirdest comments. And I'm like, B, I told you, but you didn't listen. I don't know what to tell you. I can't fix you. If you don't listen, I can't help you. So, at your own peril, follow my example. All right. This is for my personal. This is a workout tracker. I realized that I have a workout planner. I realized I have a workout tracker that I want to track my workouts that I actually did, but I did not have a place to plan it. So I was like, you know what? I need a workout planner. And this is 4 on a page, 4 weeks on a page. So this will last me a couple of months. And so I can do 2, 3, 4 months. And so I can probably plan my workouts a quarter at a time, which I may start off doing. If it doesn't turn out to be a great idea, then I might do something else. Who knows? And again, sometimes I just have to go back and trim it because that's the way it is what it is. And then maybe it looks crooked. Again, I don't care. The big thing is to make sure, if you're going to batch cut, to make sure all your marks are forward, especially because I print on A4 paper. This is A4 Kokuyo paper. It's not bright white. It's not cream. It's like an off-white. It's white enough that it doesn't bother me, and it's cream enough that it doesn't blind me. I don't know. And it's thin enough that it crinkles when I write on it, which I appreciate. Yeah. So this is a budget tracker. This is definitely for my my finances, personal finances. So I'm going to put the category at the top, the tracking period, and then the balance. But it's going to run as a running my air kicked on, so it's going to be loud for just a minute. It's going to be a running list. Like, this will be like my groceries and my gas, that kind of thing. And it's just going to be a running list. And then when I add or subtract like weekly to the budget, then I'll know what I have. And then so each category is going to get its own piece of paper. I'm going to start off with those. What do I have here? 4? No, I have 6. So I'll start off with these 6 and then work my way from there. I'm not going to track off things like if I have to buy my granddaughters a pair of shoes, or, you know, or a jacket because they've lost their, you know, like, I'm not going to track that one-off stuff. I'll put it in my check registry, and we'll track it on my monthly tracker, but I'm not going to track it in like these budget things. I'm not going to do that. They're just going to be one-off. I'm going to have a others category and go back and I can look and see, you know, what the other, like a various category or something like that. Those one-off things that cost me money, but I can go back and look and say, hey, is this a recurring theme? Is this something I need to get a hold of, you know, or is this just like a one-off thing? See, I told you it would stop. This is the financial overview. I'm going to set my budget up on here monthly. This is just going to be my bills categories because I have more bills than that. I'm working on becoming debt-free, so hopefully this will get smaller. And then this is like loans, budgeted, whatever, like gas, groceries, blah, blah, blah. And then it's probably not savings. It's going to be all debt pay, so probably won't need that. And then at the end of the month, it'll be any income, my overall expenses, and then whatever's left. And then at the end of the month, whatever's left, I'll pay towards another piece of debt. That's the plan. So we will see how this goes. Again, I haven't really seriously budgeted before, and I sound like crap, my friends. I sound like crap, sorry. My throat is killing me. These allergies, I think, are turning into a chest cold. I have bad asthma during the winter. I usually get pneumonia at least one time a year, and I'm hoping this ain't it. It's usually in January or February, because that's our coldest months. But anyways, I haven't budgeted seriously in the past, but this year is going to be the year that I get my shit together with budgeting. Are all the marks? Did I do that? I don't know. My head's fuzzy. It's like really clogged up. I found out that one of the girls that came, my son's girlfriend's sister, came to our Christmas parade, and she was feeling a little bad at that time. Not, just like the rest of us. Oh, it's wind and allergies. Ends up she had flu A, so we're waiting to see who ends up with flu A. We're hoping that my whole freaking family isn't infected and we get to have our party this weekend, because I have a lot of shit for our party in my refrigerator. So we have our fingers crossed. If I am still sick and do not get better, or I feel worse, I will be going to the doctor and getting swabbed, because I cannot have my elderly aunts and uncles here for and I have the flu. I just I can't do that. So it would be, what would happen would be, I would have to reschedule our party, which I would do like the week after New Year. It would turn into my husband's birthday party, I guess. It's his birthday weekend. This is printed wrong, but you know what? I'm just going to stick it I'm going to stick it over to the side. It's going to be one of my work ones, because I don't need it to be perfect in my work. These are monthly lists in list format. I did decide I wanted to do a little bit of gratitude. I do have a lot of negative thoughts. I have a lot of intrusive thoughts. So I really need something to ground me. I need to work on something to ground me in positive feelings, and understand that one bad thing does not make my life a shit show. Now, I claim to be nothing but a hot mess, because I do things hot messedly. My ADD does not allow me to do a lot of, sometimes I just go in blind and I figure it out. But, so things turn into a hot mess. But I need things to ground me in my positivity, because my life is really, really good, actually. I do have a dashboard that says that. It says, actually, this life is pretty good and you have time. So I really like that quote. But anyway, I want to do a little line a day. So that's for my personal. This is for my work. This is where I'm going to be planning out my month a week at a time. And I kind of cut that weird. This is where I do my initial weekly planning in my work. These are Peanuts Planner Co. Monday through Friday, and I'll have the I'll go through and list the inserts numbers that I have. I need to print her new. That's something I do need to print, because I just made a $2 Tuesday order, so I have a lot of new ones. I don't know. I have a lot of new ones, and I need to write those down so that damn, this one got, I don't know why that's like that, why this one ended up backwards. I don't know. Who knows? Okay, doesn't really matter. I need to write them down, or, keep track of them. I have all of the ones I have on personal on one of her old trackers, but now she has one that's kind of like Plan Like B. It has all the sizes for each insert, and I need to print that out and go through and make sure I have them. And I think I've made a couple of purchases on $2 Tuesday and like at the beginning of the year for all my trackers. Or the end of this year for all my trackers for you know, my yearly setup, I purchased quite a few trackers, and I don't think I've written them down anywhere. And now that I'm buying Franklin Covey compact size, I really need to write them down. So I'm not rebuying crap because I own a lot of her inserts, and I'm not trying to rebuy them. This will be, so, so this will be my weekly planning. This will be where I track my time so that I can report on my deliverables and what I did that week. It has, this is, I don't remember, but anyway, 88, I think, or something. Courtney Ray over at Courtney Ray Plans. She has this. Anyway, I'm going to keep track of my actual time here. What actually happened. These are going to be ending up half-hour boxes, so I'll retime this. Because this is only for work, so it's only got to run 7 to 3:30, so that's fine. But I'm going to I'll plug in my meetings, and then I'll do my time blocking of actual time, actual work, and the dogs are barking next door. I was making sure it wasn't my dog, but I think she's in the bed. But I'm going to track my actual work. So that's going to be good. Like I said, keep track of my actual time at work. This is not going to be planning of things to do. This is going to be, like either priorities, or I can come back in here and say, we worked on this project, or I can make a list, projects worked on this, whatever calls made, these. So I can kind of use this as a reporting. This is just going to be like me going through at the beginning of the month and saying, okay, I have, date them. I have these meetings. I might put priorities for the week or big things that are due that week as an overview, 1 week at a time. I mean, it's just going to be different. I haven't quite figured it out. I have an idea in my head, and until I do it, I'm not a real good explainer. So, all right. Mind mapping. I got these for both work and personal. I'm going to put a couple in my thing. I'm going to do, these are for project mind mapping. So I know I'll be using these at work, but I did get a couple for goal setting, maybe quarterly goals, or monthly goals I can put here. Yeah, I thought that would be how I use them for personal use, is like goal setting. And then this will be the goal, and then certain things I want to get done this month around that goal, each goal, or, habits I want to develop around that goal or whatever. I think it'll be multi-use in my personal and work setting. So I think I'll be using this a lot. I'm really excited to use this one. I went in last night. I was looking at my personal stuff, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to, and kind of mapped out on a blank piece of paper kind of how I would use this, I think. And yeah, I think this is going to work out great, especially for quarterly and monthly goal setting from my big goals. Concrete, deliverable, time set, smart goals for my personal and work. I think this will work. And then mind mapping projects for work is definitely going to be a thing for this. As we figure out, what the project is, different people we need to contact, because working for the government is really hard because everything is so siloed. You have to pretty much call a different department for every little thing. So we have to have a lot of contacts. You have to be in these positions, you have to know who does what. and what your resources are, or at least know. And that's why I work with an interdisciplinary team. Like, we all come from different backgrounds, and different licensures, so social workers, you know, nurses, things like that, because we each carry a piece of the puzzle. And you know, we all have even our departments between the two of us are completely siloed, and we have different set of resources for each of our specialties. So we, you know, we have to, it works really well working together. This one's kind of, these are printed a little wonky, I think. These are her big checklists. These are her big checklists. So I like these. I think these will be great. Not just for checklists, but for like using on a project. If you have like a certain part of the project that needs multiple steps, and you can write them out, and you have a little place to make notes. If I need to call somebody, I can put, you know, the name of the project at the top, call so-and-so, and then I have a couple of lines I can write in what I'm looking for, or anything they say that I need to take back to the team. I don't know. I think they're going to work great. I am going to put a couple in my personal too, because I think they'll be great for a checklist. I think they would have been great for a Christmas checklist. So, so these are going to be good. And I love that big, I love big checklists. I love checklists with the big dot, because I'm a crosser througher. I'm not a checker offer. I'm a crosser thrower. So I think that'll be great. Okay, so these are her task management inserts, and I think some of them printed wrong. Oh shit. Are these all the ones that printed wrong, or did I never print the back? Well, there you go, Beverly. That's really good of you. Genius. Genius at work. What did I tell you? It's a hot mess. All right, this is her 5-column checklist. These will definitely come in handy as I do tasks, or we stand up projects, as we build, you know, documentation templates and things like that, for our charting system, our documentation system that's used in the hospital. Like we can go to, it can be for like, it's gone to different committees, they've all checked off on it. Chief has signed off, and then we can go live with it, you know. So that's going to really come in handy for different projects. All right, let me see if my printer is over her little freaking hissy fit, and we'll print these stupid ass task management things. Hold on. Okay, she was cooperative. Anyway, sometimes she has a mind of her own. Task management, I'm going to use them for personal and work. Again, I think it'll be good for the goal setting part and kind of working through my brain. I'm a person that needs to brain dump really messily on a page, but it cannot stay that way. I have to have some kind of organization. If I'm not, you know, if I get it too messy, it has to be rewritten. So that my brain can make sense of it. It's one of the reasons I'm a monthly, weekly, daily planner. If I just looked at my monthly and tried to get crap off of it, I would become too overwhelmed. Same with my weekly. I need to break it down into steps. It's very important for my brain, and it's very important that it's linear and coherent. Because even though I am a hot mess, I have to have things in a certain order, or the hot mess just gets worse. There becomes a point that I become unproductive. Like I could become overwhelmed and have paralysis. So then nothing gets done. Alrighty. So I'm going to let's see. Yeah, I think it's better if I keep these like separated and punch them separate. Now I have to punch them and put them in. That's the easy part. This is the hard part. And it's one of the reasons I did not want to print a lot this year. I don't want to print a lot. If these work out, like some of this works out, I will spend a half a day and just, or, you know, a couple hours and print them in one big batch, then cut them in one big batch and make enough for the rest of the year. I am not trying to work harder. And I'm not trying to make this, I'm not trying to make my life difficult. It's just not how I work. So, I said I wasn't going to print a bunch this year in a minute. So I'm tracking everything I can on weekly or monthly trackers. I'm using as many trackers as it, you know, she can throw at me. I might even, if she ever opens back up for custom orders, I may open some custom, I may do some custom stuff. Okay, and now I have to really sit down. I don't feel good. Whew. Okay. So let's put this together. I also have some blank pages I think I can throw in here. It's just Tomo River paper, but I do have some checklists I can throw in here too. Because again, I'm not sure what I'm going to end up using. This is all the same. I'm just seeing if I'm just trying to organize it while I'm in here. If it's going to be all the same. I think some of this I stuck in here upside down. Yeah, I did. Okay. That one. These. Okay. I don't need all these, but it's just I want to see what I have available. Monthly trackers, daily trackers, debt snowball, I don't need that. Oh, I am going to use these. I'm going to use a couple of these. These are the next time I'm at. And these are all personal though. This is Franklin Covey Compact. Wow, this is a hot mess in here, isn't it? Because I said I could probably use these somewhere in, even though they're personal size, I could use them somewhere, I'm sure. I'm gonna keep those there. These are a few of the weeklies I still have printed out. I'm just going to throw those away. They're on that crappy paper, and I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to be honest with myself. Am I still in frame? Yeah, okay. This is monthly, weekly, daily, second monthly. Okay. A little organizing of what I have and what I don't have. I am going to use these, though. So I can use these in my work planner. I'm going to throw a couple of those in there. I'll just put like a person's name or like next time I'm at such and such a committee meeting, or next time I'm in front of my manager, I need these things. These do come in handy. I'm going to put 3 of those in there. They definitely come in handy. I'll put these up with the personal thing. You know what? I'll just throw all of them in there. I'll throw a couple in my work and my personal too. Okay, so I want a couple of grid. This is all Tomo River paper. I save this exclusively for my dailies. I don't use that anywhere else. All right, so I'm gonna throw a today in there just because it's a very versatile checklist. If you just cover up the today, you can make like an Alistair method on the side and a list. That's what I do with it. Very versatile. So I have some grid. Some of this is printed on that crappy 20-pound paper, but in my work, I don't think I'm really gonna care. So I'm gonna put some of this is the good Kokuyo paper. You can kind of tell the difference. I don't know if it's coming off. See, is it coming off on camera? What the difference is? When I have them together, I can see like the difference, the bright white versus the like off duller color. But I'm going to keep these because they're the Kokuyo paper, and I'm going to use the crappy 20-pound in my work planner to use that up. I'll put those in there, and then this is Kokuyo paper, so I'll keep that. Yeah, okay, so that's enough of that. I thought I had some Stalogy paper in here somewhere. I guess I don't. So let's cut some Stalogy paper. If this makes you nauseous, just look away, cover your eyes. And this is how I harvest paper from my Stalogy. I can't get too big of a piece because then it tears, but I'm just going ahead and, because if I don't have any, I'm not going to have any for my personal or my work, so I need to just batch do it, and that way I don't have to deal with it later. I always turned my Stalogies upside down so that this is at the bottom, and I always put like a piece of washi on the bottom or something. I don't know, I just never liked it on the top. And so this was a Stalogy that I used partially, tried to be in here last year, and it just didn't happen. There's a couple of pages in the front. I'm not in a place where I want to worry. I just felt like I get that paralysis of not wanting to write because I know like it's an important list. And yes, I could have had a side thing that, you know, let me make important lists in there, whatever, but I didn't want to do that. I'm going to be honest. This is a beautiful paper and vellum from Plan with B. I just printed it on sticky paper and stuck it in here. I am going to like keep these because I can probably use these somewhere at tabs. But I can take this out. This was going to be my habit tracker with my flags. The more I go on today, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be down for the count by the end of the day. And I still have to wrap gifts. Damn it. Okay, so because I don't have anything in here I want to keep. But this is beautiful. Plan with B. It comes in a full page. I printed it on matte sticky paper. I think it took 3 to do this whole book. So 1.5, 2.5, so 3. And it makes gorgeous, like dashboards. I just love that, and I loved it. You know what? Yes, I love it enough. I think I'm gonna keep this. And I might make some inserts with it in my my work planner. This is why most of my things are a hot mess, because I don't think them through. I just do whatever I want with it. God dang it. All right. Well, I can slice that off. Okay, so I'm going to throw this away. Okay. Alrighty. We'll put this over to the side. This is trash. This is trash. Let's cut this Stalogy paper. I'm not going to cut it all while y'all, because this is getting to be a long video. But I guess y'all like long videos. I mean, I don't know. Y'all have been, because I've been doing them. Oops. Okay, I'm going to say again, don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. God dang it. I think I hit some glue. Alright, let's see. How big do I have to make these damn things? Alrighty. So let's cut off the bottom. Alrighty. Oh, that's better. Okay, so I cut off the bottom. I can put washi over it or whatever, and then I have pages, so that's going to work. Let me do a couple of these. I'm sure I could fast forward through this, but y'all know I don't edit, so you just have to listen to me yabber. Yabber on, yabber on. Oh, that's too many. That's setting yourself up for a failure, Beverly. Okay, let's try this one. They don't have to be perfect. I don't care enough to make them perfect, but I want them to at least semi-be straight. I had a little too much coffee. I'm gonna have to, or between the cold and the coffee, I'm sweating. I'm just, and I'm never hot. I'm never hot. I am the person in the group that will always have a sweater on. I take a sweatshirt with me everywhere because I'm usually freezing. I don't even like going down the frozen food aisle. My Raynaud's is horrible. Okay. Honestly, even as an overweight person, I was a cold person. And it got really bad after I lost over 100 pounds. I literally can't. I went to the springs, our natural springs, which say, you know, I can't remember. It's like 70 or 69 degrees or something all year long. Anyway, it's cold as shit. And I usually tolerate them well, but I could not tolerate them this year. It was literally painful to get in them. I was freezing. My lips were blue. Everything was blue. My husband's like, you got to get out. And I was like, what? I'm fine. He's like, you are blue. You are cyanotic. I was like, well, yeah. I mean, but I didn't want to ruin their good time. I'm like, you know. So I sat on the steps with my granddaughter, who also can't tolerate the cold due to her medical issues, and me and her played, but the thing was, she wanted to be in it. She's like, I'm fine. I was like, baby, you are not fine. She has circulation issues, and I'm like, baby, you are not fine, not at all. Me and you and Nan's gonna, that's what they call me, as Nan. They're gonna sit up here and play where you can get in and out, so you're not totally freezing. Anyway, let's see, is that enough? Not quite. Yeah, they ought to be facing the same way, because if not, I'm going to come unglued. Used to be a cashier at Walmart, and all my money had to be facing the same way. It drove me insane when I would follow behind people in a drawer and their money was a hot mess. No, how do you keep track of anything? Girl, this is why your drawer is short, because you can't, no. Just some people I wouldn't even follow. I'd be like, no, get somebody else. No, I ain't putting my name on that drawer. Money come missing, it ain't gonna be me, because they can't keep track of it. It used to drive me insane. Alrighty, almost done. I can't remember who asked for a cutting video, but you got your fair share of it today. And it's going to be even longer with my thing. I may come back and I may do 2 videos and come back and do setting it up. So this may be a cutting video. How I gather inserts for my new planner. Because I think I'm going to have to go and eat a little something. I had some toast, but I think I'm going to have to put some on my stomach and maybe take some Tylenol. Take my temperature. Because if I am running a fever, I can't go get my mother today. She can't have the flu. And then I'll have to figure something else out. And I'll get my daughters to help me wrap or something. I don't know. Alrighty, so that's how I cut inserts. That's how I cut Stalogy paper. I cut Tomo River paper the same way. I have a stack of it somewhere. Hold on. So out of that 400-page book, this is all I have left. It's 480, 300, so 170 pages. I guess I need to see about getting a new one because I use 2 pages per day. So that's 90 days worth of pages, and I barely trim. It takes, like, you barely trim the, let me show you. This I have to be really careful with. So this one, I just barely trim the edge, like shave it off. And you have to be really careful with it, because if not, it'll like bunch up. Sometimes if it's like ripping, like this, it helps if it's even. But if it's ripping, my only suggestion that is productive for me is to start in the middle, not on the edge, and work your way out like that. And then it's cut smoother. But anyways, this is a standard, so literally it's big enough for Franklin Covey, and you just chop off the top. I chop off the top so I have the page numbers, not that the page numbers matter, I'm gonna be honest. But anyway, and I have the gilded edges. They're very pretty, but yeah, I just didn't like the size. It just, my brain was an automatic no on the thickness too. I didn't like the 500-page book. So I just tore it apart. I was like, well, I think somebody told me it's the paper that counts, right? Let me cut a few of these because I think I'm down to the last of my, I don't think I have enough for January, so I'll just go ahead and trim these out for January while I'm sitting here. The only thing about Tomoe River paper, it's really thin, so you can cut a lot at one time. So like on these, when I know it's going to be an issue, I cut from the middle out because it helps. I don't know what the difference is, but it does help. Yeah, it's tough. I think that'll give me enough for January. I think I'll have enough. Let's see. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I had some in here. Oh yeah, I think I'll be fine. 20, 21, 22, 23, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, okay. So that'll be plenty. That'll get me through January, and then I'll figure out. I don't think she sells loose inserts in Franklin Covey Compact. I think she only does personal and A6. I do have this here. It's Tomoe River paper. It's a good ink impressions. I found it at Barnes & Noble during their end of year sale. It's A5. This would probably be good. How many pages are in here? 192 pages, so I could get I could get 3 months out of this. Yeah, because it'd be 90, a little over maybe, you know, but right about 3 months out of that. Yeah, that's all I have left. So that's it. That's gonna have to be a priority. I'm gonna have to do something. So I have 130 pages, so I can probably get 3 months out of that. 130, yeah. So 3, 6, 9, 12 for 4 months. So I think I would maybe okay. I may be all right for a little while. Maybe she'll have them back in stock and I'll snatch one up. Or maybe she'll start making the loose leaf inserts for Franklin Covey Compact. That'd be great. Thank you. If you're listening, dear, please, for all that's holy. I did take my gold rings out of my thing because I didn't want work to use up my gold rings because those are hard to freaking find. Even though Kimberly did send me two. She was so sweet when she sent me those inserts. She sent me to 30 millimeter, and I think these are and I found a place. She turned me on to a place. I think I can buy them. I think I'm going to go get a couple of sets. I didn't even see this. I think it stuck to the rings. She sent me a little ollie clip too. That's cute. I think I'm going to go get me a couple of sets before the new year. Just so that I have them. But they have a tendency to wear out. Now, everybody sets their things different. Like, I set mine where it's even with this latch here. Some people set where their edge is on the personal line. I I think it's whatever, but mine is set for me. That's why I hate getting punched inserts, because they do have a tendency to not be like mine. I also make this my bottom, so all my things are even, so I have them turned weird, so, you know. But I make sure my bottom is even. I don't really care if that's out of whack. I don't look at the top, but I do look at the bottom, and for some reason, that bothers me if, you know, they're out of whack. So this is the bottom, so let me punch all of these inserts that'll kind of be part of this video, and then you can come back with me as I set up my work planner on another day. So I think I'm gonna have to take a rest. So my Stalogy paper, I just put it in this little side clear thing that holds like blank inserts and blank paper and stuff. Because yeah, I just put it over to the side. But anyway, I don't know, do you do yours different? I know some people like cut them out of the paper, like their inserts out of the paper. They don't cut off like the bottom or the top or the whatever. They cut them out like as an insert like this, and they're left with like a hole in their paper or whatever. I know some shops show doing that, especially with the cut marks that disappear. I'm sure that's very helpful for that. I don't know that I'd ever be that careful. I don't know if I'm that person that would do that. Yeah, this is an hour long of just nothing but cutting, rambling, and hole punching. So I hope you had some kind of warm beverage with you, or cold beverage, or alcoholic beverage, because you probably needed it to listen to me rant this whole time, but sure. This is the perfect sunlit 6 punch, and it can do personal, pocket, all the way to A5, I think. Sometimes it gets caught. The little Doomadads got stuck. Oh, this paper is going to be worthless when I'm done. Ah. Oh, well, it's fine. I was like, oh, well, that'll be triple, quadruple punched, but it's fine. It's a little off, but it'll be all right. Where's my thingy? Put the bottom back on. But yeah, it goes all the way up to A5. I'll link it down below. I've had this one forever, so you can take with that what you will. I just refuse to buy another one. I bought this way back when I was still doing personal mod, you know, like several years ago. Okay, these are already punched, so this will probably go into my work planner. This amount of paper here will probably go into my work planner, because I'm going to need lots of room for brain dumping and things like that. Ma'am, the door's open, you have food, and you have water. I don't know what you want from me. Permission, I guess? She just walked away after I told her She has what she needs. Okay. So these are the workout. These are already punched. That's for work. These were for home. This is for work. And don't ask me why I don't know. Again, I do things that my brain likes because my brain likes it, and I don't really question my brain. I'm just here for the ride. Okay. Some of that is for work, some of that is for home. It's my budget, that's all for home. I think some of these are going to go to my home planner. I'm supposed to go see my friend and take her her Christmas card and her gift card that I usually buy her. And I buy people gift cards when I like, well, you're an adult. I don't know what you want or what you need unless, like, I live with you and, you know, I know you're out of underwear. Like, that's, I'm not gonna go buy you things when you're a perfectly good adult that can go buy your own crap. I usually give people, like, gift cards to, like, and I know it's impersonal, it's whatever, but I'm a horrible person of, I don't want a bunch of crap either because I don't know if I'm gonna use it. And I don't want to feel, in the South, people have a tendency to, like, you feel obligated to keep something because your Nana gave it to you, you know, or whatever. Even though it's useless as tits on a boar hog to you. You know, it's just, and I hate to give gifts like that. Like, I don't know if you need a rice cooker. I might see a little trinket and, like, this made me think of you, and then put a gift card in with it, but I'm not gonna, you know, like say, oh, here's a rice cooker, and I'm gonna check and see if you're using it. Like, that's not how any of this works either. I cannot figure out shit today. My brain is not working. Okay. I was like, why doesn't it? It doesn't. Okay. So that's gonna be my gratitude. And this, oh shit. Why is it like this? Oh, because it's supposed to open like that. What the shit? I turned my air up a minute ago, but apparently it got hot enough in here that it's going to come on again. I left Florida, it's December, week before Christmas, and the air is running full blast. Alright, those are for my personal. These are all for my work. I'm gonna say again, I'm sorry it's all wonky for y'all. I told y'all I'm a hot mess when I do this shit, but y'all don't listen. You ask anyway, and I'm a giver. So I'm gonna give you the hot mess. Alright, let me make sure these are right. This one is the only one that somehow ended up weird. I don't know. Is that going to bother me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably. Okay. I'm just going to say my perfectionism isn't going to let me do that. So how do I want these to sit? Do I want these to sit like this, or do I want them to sit with the priority up? I'm going to be on, I'll probably sit like this because that makes most sense to my brain. Yeah. What is, I'll do that. Okay, so, yeah, and then I may make them, slit them. You know what, I may washi tape these. I'm going to set these to the side. I may washi tape these and then punch them because I think I want to slit them and make them where I can flip them over, and to do that and them not fall out, I need to reinforce them for washi tape. All right, so some of these are for work and some of these are for home. So let's, how many do I think I'll need at home? Probably not many. Well, I don't know. We're gonna say this part's, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna say 5 for home. All right, seems reasonable. There's a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I'm gonna say 5 for home, and then the rest will go in here. And then if I need more, I can always print more. It's not a finite resource. All right. I'm just making sure they're all facing the same way. Oh, where's the top? Shit. Okay, the top goes. That was almost bad. Okay. The other ones have like a title. This one doesn't have a title somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to put 3 or 4 of those for there. 3 of those then in home. That one can go there. Just making sure these are all facing the same way. I hope y'all all have enjoyed the Christmas music in the back. This is what I listen to at work. This is probably my favorite channel. This is probably my favorite one. I'm not sure why. It has a Christmas cafe bar ambiance. And, I don't know. My brain likes the smooth jazz. You know, sometimes I talk about my brain like it's a different entity. Just because sometimes I don't even know what my brain be thinking. I think, you know, I'm like, what you doing up there? At what point did you think this was a good idea? Like, I have no control over it at all. And sometimes I don't, I'm going to be honest. Like, this video, like, what am I thinking? What was I doing? What was I? It is an hour long of me cutting and punching and just talking. But it's whatever, I guess. It's a video. All right. I'm going to throw some of these. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to throw those in there. And then the rest of these, just making sure they're all right. 2, 3 are going to go in here. All right. So that's the end of that. That's how I cut and punch inserts and loose paper and all the things. I told y'all it was a hot mess. I told y'all not to do it my way. Don't come in my comments talking about yours didn't work out. I told you at the beginning of this video, and I'm telling you again, I'm just going to give you a thumbs up and keep scrolling, and I'm not going to answer you. Don't act like you weren't told. So don't get in my comments acting a fool. All right. Oh, I forgot that I was going to cut these. Like I said, I'm just going to thumbs up you and keep going, because I'm not going to even acknowledge you said that, because you apparently didn't watch the video. You just commented. I'm going to cut this one at the top because there's a picture holder on the bottom. And I'm going to put that in my work thing. Alright, I'm going to cut this one off and then I'll measure it out. Let me see if I can just cut this part off. Since I cut the other one. a little wide. And don't come in my comments like, when I'm looking at your inserts, they're crooked. Yeah, I know. Shush. Shush. I don't need to comment. I'm aware. I told you. Just thumbs up it and leave if you're gonna have a nasty comment. But give me a like. Oh, that's hilarious. I cracked myself up. All right. I got stuff hanging off the end. That's how we bless your heart down here in the South. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. So these are going to make 2 dividers, and I'll just put tabs on them. That'll be great. And I think they're pretty, and they'll go on my work planner, and they're pretty neutral, so I wouldn't have to like, and they have the matte sticky paper, so I can stick like sticky notes and tabs and things on them, and even put a picture of like my family in here, just to have a little bit of personalization in my work planner. Okay, so that's all the things. I hope you enjoyed it. This chatty, brought to you what I'm pretty much assuming is the flu video. And I really mean it. I do appreciate y'all stopping by. Just, you know, a tale of caution. Okay? This is a tale of caution. Don't do as I do. All right. Until next time, y'all. If you got any questions, put them in the comments. But it better not be about insert cutting. All right. Bye. Till next time, y'all.